Hey, what's up, killers? It is your final Gumo coming at you from my killer podcast, and today we're getting classy once again. I'm not a classy gal. That does not matter because we're doing it up and we're doing it up in style. We are talking Criterion for the second time this month. As you guys may have already saw, I dropped a video giving you 5 Criterion recommendations for the 50% off Barnes & Noble Criterion sale. Kill the comments below and let me know, did any of you guys pick up any of those movies? You guys gave me some recommendations in the comments, so today it's my turn. I'm going to show you guys what I actually picked up during this sale. So stay tuned and we will dive in to the goodies. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new here, kill the description box below. I've got a bunch of links down there to some socials, to some merch shops. Here's my Squish sweatshirt. This is literally one of my favorite sweatshirts still. I don't know if any of my designs have topped this one, but this sweatshirt alone is still my favorite thing of all time. But there's all kinds of goodies in that description box below. I will also link my 5 Criterion recommendation video down there because the sale isn't over. I believe it runs through the month of November. So you can take that video of my 5 recommendations and you can take this video of the pickups that I did. If you want to go run and grab some of these movies, you still have time. But without any further ado, let's get into the goodies, shall we? Let's talk about the Squish. Why not? So a lot of you guys gave me some recommendations, so hopefully I can make some of you proud. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really sure why I picked up this first one. I feel like since the very first Criterion sale that I participated in, I've picked this movie up and I put it right back. It's one of those movies that I'm like, I'm going to buy it eventually. I'm just not going to buy it right now. And then this was finally the sale that I was like, I'm just gonna buy it. Every Criterion sale, I've never had an issue with finding the movies that I've wanted. I always was like, I need to rush out to Barnes & Noble day one for the sale because all my movies are going to sell out. They never sell out. I always find the movies that I want. But this time, I have gone to several Barnes & Noble and my movies have been gone. And I don't know if that's because they're making their sections smaller now and maybe they're not carrying as many movies. But I've had the damnedest time trying to find the movies that I want. Or maybe it's because this time I actually had movies I wanted to get. I actually wrote down some of those movies that I was told to get, and I actually had a couple movies in mind already that I wanted. So maybe because I actually went in with wants is why I couldn't find the movies that I wanted. I don't know. But that's also what contributed to the purchase of this movie. Because I just didn't, I don't know. I always go in and I buy 5. I always buy 5. And I needed a 5th movie, so maybe that's why I bought this one. It's the Grand Budapest Hotel. It's a murder mystery of sorts. It's kind of a murder mystery of sorts. I saw this movie a really long time ago. It's very unique in a way. It's kind of a comedy. It's very dry humored. It's a Wes Anderson movie. If you've seen it, you know it's a very eclectic movie. I did like it and I was eventually gonna buy it. I just really wasn't a high priority. It probably would have been the absolute last movie I ever bought. But alas, I ended up buying it this time. It's not a bad movie. It's a good movie. I just would have waited had I Barnes & Noble had my other movies that I wanted. There was at least 3 movies on my list that I wanted that Barnes & Noble did not have. The good thing about the Criterion sale and Criterion in general is those movies don't generally sell out. You can always get them. There will always be another sale. There'll be another sale in July. So I will get them then. Next up, I bought Bound. This one was recommended to me. I grabbed the 4K, which I was actually... the second time I went into Barnes & Noble, I saw Bound again after I bought this. The first time I went into Barnes & Noble and I saw the Blu-ray and I was like, ooh, I hope I grabbed the 4K because I don't know that I was paying attention that this had a 4K. So I'm glad I grabbed the 4K. But I watched the trailer for this. It looked really unique. I have not seen this before. So from what I understand, it has Jennifer Tilly in it and Gina Gershon in it. And these 2 women kind of fall in love and they're trying to get away from like the mob of some kind. And it's kind of like a thriller. The trailer looked really good and it looked really suspenseful. So I don't know. I thought I would check it out. The reviews looked really good. People seem to be praising it a little bit. So I thought I would check that one out. The next one I grabbed up was the 4K of Gumo. This one looked really interesting. It's kind of like one of those high art kind of movies. It also looks really weird. I kind of wanted to see this one just because we in my area had derecho that came through and it really messed us up. It was a natural disaster in our area. Me, myself, was out of power for 7 days. And it was kind of funny to see what happened in our town. There was a lot of like mischief going on in those days because like nobody went to work. People were like trying to clean up the town. There was a lot of like people stuck in their homes because like trees had fallen on them and cars were displaced. It was just like a hot mess, you know what I mean? Like kids were running around and I just remember it was really bad, you know? And that's kind of what sounds like is happening in this movie. It kind of sounds like a tornado like displaces a lot of the people in this movie and it's about these kids running around. It sounds like this movie takes it to like level 10, like these kids are just running around doing like really, really bad shit. Like not the type of like fireworks and stuff like that were happening in my town. These kids are doing like bad stuff. But anyway, I kind of felt like I related to this just a smidge. So I just wanted to check it out. Some of my homies were giving it high praise, but it also sounds like it's not really a movie. It's kind of like one of those art films. So you're not going into this watching a movie or going into it watching an art piece, you know, like somebody's brain piece. So I just wanted to pick it up and check it out. People were saying some interesting stuff about it. So I found it intriguing and it matches my background. Look at that. So that's Gumo. Of course, I had to pick up the 4K of Risky Business. I couldn't not pick up this wonderful Tom Cruise movie. I love Tom Cruise. I know he gets some hate these days, but I still absolutely love him. And I still love this movie. And I'm super excited to have it on 4K. And I absolutely love the cover that they picked for this movie. I think that's super great. So I'm glad to have this one now. I don't think I need to say a lot about this one. It's Risky Business, right? And then last but certainly not least, I picked up The Brood. This is a 1979 David Cronenberg. It's kind of about a woman in an institute getting some therapy done and a little girl being attacked by demonic beings kind of thing. There's like kind of 2 storylines going on here, but they connect in kind of a weird way. But I bought this because I wanted to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in a really, really, really long time, but doing some research for an upcoming episode of sorts. So stay tuned for maybe some more brood in the future. It was 50% off. I don't know why it has this third. I don't even think this goes to this movie. These were my 5 Criterion pickups this time around. Kill the comments below and let me know. Did you pick up any of these? What did you pick up this time around? And are you planning on picking up any of these next time? Leave me more recommendations because the next Criterion sale is in July. So I clearly will be shopping it up again then because I still have some Criterions I want to pick up. Them sons of bitches. That is it. That is all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Channel memberships are on. There is a little join button down there if you guys want to become a channel member. And I do have a Patreon if you want to join that way. All the same stuff goes to all the same places. So if you guys are interested in anything like that, join up. But until the next time we gather, have a killer day.